Hello friends and welcome back. In this lecture we will solve another exercise on loops. So here's the exercise. We want to write a program that reads a positive integer n and displays the following. For example, if n is equal to 5, we want to print this over here. If n is equal to 3, we want to print this. So pause the video and try to solve this exercise. If n is equal to 5, then we want to print 5 lines, and in each line we are printing 5 stars, okay? So let's go to IntelliJ. So first of all, we are reading an integer and storing it inside n. And as you know, we have n lines, so our outer loop will iterate n iterations. So let's use a for loop, int I equal 1, I is less than or equal to n, and I++. So this loop will iterate n iterations. In each iteration, we want to print n stars. So we will have another loop, let's say int j is equal to 1, and we want n iterations. So j is less than or equal to n and j++. And each time in this loop, we want to print a star. So let's print a star using the print method. After we finish printing the stars, we want to print a new line like this. So run the program and let's try for n equal 3. Press enter and this is our output. Another example. Let's try for n equal 7. Press enter and this is our output. Now let's update the program. I want you to print something like this. So pause the video and try to do this. So as you see, the first line and the last line are all stars. And in between, we are printing a star at the beginning, a star at the end, and between them we have spaces. So let's go to IntelliJ. So we want to print a line of stars if we are in the first line or in the last line. In other words, we want to execute this loop over here if we are in the first line or if we are in the last line. So let's put this loop inside an if statement. Let's say if I is equal to 1 or if I is equal to n, this loop over here will be executed, okay? So if we are in the first line or the last line, we are printing a line of stars. Now if this condition is false, this means that we are not in the first line and we are not in the last line. So let's add an else block over here. And in this else block, we want to print a star at the beginning of the line and at the end of the line, and between them we want spaces. So first of all, we want to print n things, right? So let me copy this loop over here. So over here we have n iterations. Now if j is equal to 1 or if j is equal to n, this means that we want to print a star. Because j equal 1 is the position of the first star, and j equal n is the position of the last star. So let's say if j is equal to 1 or if j is equal to n, we want to print a star like this, of course using the print method. And if the condition is false, this means that we want to print a space. So let's print a space using the print method, okay? So what's happening exactly? First of all, we are printing n lines. And in each iteration, we will check if we are in the first line or in the last line. If this is true, we are going to print a line of stars. Now, if this is not true, we are going to print n things. The first thing and the last thing will be a star, and all the other things will be spaces, okay? So let's try our program. Let's try for n equal 5. Press enter, and this is our output. Another example. Let's try for n equal 3. Press enter, and this is our output. Let's see what's happening exactly. First of all, we are iterating 3 times. So, are we in the first iteration or the last iteration? Yes, we are in the first iteration. So we are going to print a line of stars. So as you can see, we printed a line of stars over here. After that, this else block will not be executed and we are going to get to a new line. So now we are at this point over here. And after that, we will execute I++. So now I is equal to 2. We are in the second line. So are we in the first line or the last line? No, this is false. So we will execute this else statement over here. So we are going to iterate n iterations. In the first iteration, j is equal to 1. So we are going to print a star. And as you can see, we have a star over here. And after that, we will execute j++. So this condition over here is false. So we are going to print a space. And as you can see, we have a space over here. And after that, we'll execute j++. So now this condition is true because j is equal to n. So we are going to print a star. And as you can see, we printed a star over here. And now we finished executing this for loop. So this else block is finished executing and then we'll get to a new line. So we are at this point over here. So now we will execute I++. So this condition is true and we will print a line of stars. Okay? Now let's have another update to the exercise. I want you to print something like this. So pause the video and try to do this. So first of all, the first line and the last line are the same. Nothing will be changed. And in between, we are printing a space at the beginning and a space at the end and the stars in between. So all we have to do is to print stars instead of spaces and spaces instead of stars. So let's go to IntelliJ. So over here we want to print a space, and over here we want to print a star. And everything else is the same. Let's try the program. Let's try for n equal 3, press enter, and this is our output. Another example. Let's say n is equal to 4, press enter, and this is our output. So this is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.